tacos are an essential part of life, right? So the sooner that he can experience them, I think the better. Hi, and welcome to the Bumps cooking series, Baby Bites. I'm Jess Tom, and while you may have read my book or seen me cook on television, these days I'm only thinking about one thing: baby food. I'm not talking about bland and boring baby food. I'm talking about food that's inspired by some of the world's most delicious dishes. Food that's not only rich in flavor, but rich in history. Today we're going to Mexico and experiencing one of my faves, tacos. Tacos have been in Mexico for hundreds of years, predating the arrival of the Spaniards. In fact, some people say that the taco was invented in 10,000 BC when the Mayans invented the tortilla. So I wanted to make tacos today because tacos are so versatile and customizable, which I think is perfect for a new eater who's learning how to combine different flavors and textures and put together his own little bite. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do sort of a DIY deconstructed platter for him so he can sort of mix and match what he wants to eat. This is great for a new eater because it develops his fine motor skills and helps show that he's in control of his eating experience. I'm making steak tacos today, and I'm making flank steak. When you're making steak for a baby, there are a couple special considerations that you should keep in mind. When they're really young, they're actually not able to tear apart the steak with their teeth, and so they're really only going to be sucking the juices. You need to cook steak to well done when you're making it for babies, and so flank steak is great because it still stays tender when it's well done. It's actually better for younger children to have bigger pieces of food because they won't be able to chew off a piece and potentially choke on it. And for our marinade, onion, garlic, the stems of cilantro, and lime. And then we're also going to use, as another component of our platter, avocado and black bean. And you can use canned beans as long as you use the low sodium version and you drain and rinse them. And then we put it all together with a corn tortilla. You can also use a whole wheat tortilla if you prefer that. So the first thing you want to do for your taco extravaganza is to marinate your steak. So take your steak and slice it into long, thick strips, or whatever the most appropriate size is for your baby. Then add sliced onions, crushed garlic, the stems of your cilantro, and lime juice. Let that sit in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour or up to 12 hours. Then when you're ready to cook your steak, pat it dry with a paper towel, add oil to your cooking pan, and then heat it up to medium-low. Immediately add your steak to the cold pan. Let that cook for about 8 minutes until it develops a nice sear. Flip it over and cook it for an additional 6 minutes or so until it's well done. Slice open a steak strip to make sure that there's no pink inside. Allow to rest and cool. For the second component, take your black beans and mash them up with a fork. Then mash that up with some avocado. When you're ready to put your platter together, arrange your tortilla, your steak, your avocado black bean mash, and any other sort of fun bonus sensory items that you'd like. For me, that's cilantro and lime. But keep in mind, tacos are so versatile, so you might want to add different meats, different veggies, maybe a different type of salsa. I mean, Taco Tuesday is every week after all. Okay, sweetie, you ready for your tacos? Thanks for watching. I have a feeling Taco Tuesday is going to be his new favorite day of the week. For seconds, be sure to check out the rest of the Baby Bites series on The Bump.